morning, Levi. It's Monday, which is not a thing I regularly say, but I had Easter over the weekend, so I did not make a video. And you have work today, so you'll probably make a video tomorrow. But I have just got back. My first roommate left, and my second roommate is about to come back, so I have to make this video pretty quick. I've been playing Alex's Pokemon game. You can't see it on here. I was looking up, doing research for this silly, goofy video. But I've been playing Alex's Pokemon game and having a lot of fun. But I did want to talk about what you were talking about in your surprise Thursday video last week. Because while I think it is a big deal, I think it is important that this act does not get passed, the Restrict Act. I think it's a little bit less disastrous than you would think. Because the main problem about this bill is the unchecked power it gives. It's like, oh, you can ban anything that might pose a threat from these countries. I think there's like 6 countries that are considered adversarial to the U.S. and you can just ban. Congress can decide, or it's not Congress specifically. It's a department of the executive branch can just decide to ban it. You hear that and you go, that's not good. The only thing that makes it better, and this is not a good thing, or like a very strong thing, it's the fact that the people who are signing this bill into law are promising that it won't be abused, which is, I mean, clearly I wouldn't trust that. But I think the way that this bill is intended to be used, it is not catastrophic. It's going to ban TikTok, and then it's going to ban like one other thing if it's used the way it's intended. Like in the future, I'm saying hypothetically, it will probably ban like another thing that they deem a threat. But you have to think about, okay, these are politicians. They're going to use this bill to do political shows of force, basically, where you're like, well, I don't like this app. They're saying mean things about me. You have the power to ban it. If you're the president, you can just sign an executive order to say you have to do this. Of course, executive orders are not self-executing, so they won't 100% of the time, have people who follow through with that. We saw that in the Trump presidency, where he would say stuff and everyone would be like, we're not going to do that. But hypothetically, they would have the power if they had, they had the unitary executive power to just sign that and then say, hey, we're going to ban all these apps. Especially because they can add more nations to the list of like adversarial countries. So it's basically would let them ban whatever they wanted. Of course, you'd have to make it in the name of national security, but that's not a high bar to reach, I feel. You could probably convince a lot of people that, like, even if it's like very transparently just to ban it, you could still justify it for your party to say, oh yeah, because they sold data one time. You can just make that basically your whole claim, and then everyone will go with it. But I think the Restrict Act should not get passed. I agree with you, Levi. I assume you'll talk about it in one of your later videos. It is not, the writing of the bill is not catastrophic, but in the hands of politicians, I think it is. And that's always something you have to remember. You can't give the executive branch more power because it will never give it up. So, Levi, I agree with you. We should restrict the Restrict Act. That's fun. And I will see you on Tuesday.